my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
First off, let me talk my. Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my. It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it? Treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk. I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the... .32.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made at about the 38. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their result.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. Touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals 7, Chargers 0.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first down at their own 21.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And going the boots is a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Well, pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get out to the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them on film?
I think that they're winning athletically, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun now on third down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now back to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead, ETN. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Brings up 4th down.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And that's where you got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
19-18. Nothing 19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down, Cincinnati.
79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Their own 38-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gutton, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Searching 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back to throw now on 1st first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McKenzie. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it again with Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit to sack there to Harold Landry. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Hey, they get the sack, get back some real estate, Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. It's easy to say when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Kittle. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keep it hope alive.
He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, trying to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. A great pick and pass return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So holding everything here. This one's not over yet. Holder throws this on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
19 flaggers.
Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing.